Hey everyone, this is Sammy. I just wanted to take you on a little journey, go behind the scenes on my new song, Not About Me, and we'll talk a little bit about how it was made. Let's take a look.
I'll never be free. I'll never be true. I'll never be true. If I worry all day long, if I focus on.
So let's talk about, you see in the video that my hair is really long, and now you see that it's short. I just wanted to address it. I had to cut it. It's a long story. I didn't want to cut it, but if you're curious, invite me to some coffee and we'll talk about it. But it'll grow back. I promise. All right, so let's dig in. This song, Not About Me, was born in Nashville, Tennessee. I had some ideas coming into my writing session with my producer, Riley Friesen, who's amazing. Thank you so much. And we were recording the Spanish vocals for my last song, You Rain, the Spanish version. And we had an extra day, and we went ahead and just set up a writing session. And sometimes the artist, doesn't come with anything. You kind of just go from scratch. But thankfully I did have a few ideas, and I was just kind of jamming out to them, playing him some demos that I recorded, or just playing him live acoustic in the studio. And this was the vibe that started it. Oh, I'll play it real quick. And it's what starts the song. I love it. And that's kind of what started it all. That simple like rhythmic pattern is just something I play when I'm at a coffee shop, when I'm by myself and I just need some rhythm. So I just pluck with my fingers and then hit the strings, and I love it. And that was the vibe. And for some reason at that moment, at that hour, that's really what resonated. So that's the start of the song. And another cool thing is that most people don't really know. You can't really hear it, but you feel it. And it's like a little trick most producers do. And at the start of it, right under that guitar line, there is a crowd noise. But you don't really hear it over the guitar. It's just like lightly under there. And I love that because I've seen Jacob Collier do that, kind of just add either like raindrops in the background or like white noise in the background. And it's not really more for you to listen. It's more for you just to kind of feel it. And I thought it was just a nice touch. But here we go. So verse 1 comes in. Let's see what we got here. We got the program drums comes in with the vocals. So we got like a kind of drum machine kind of vibe going on. And the vocal comes in.
Out of the pressure, comparing myself to someone else so toxic.
It was just such an awesome experience recording vocals because I remember Riley made it like very specific that he didn't want too much reverb going on. He wanted the vocal kind of dry. And what that kind of did was just kind of like put it right in your face. And I think he did an amazing job. I love him so much for it. So again, the vocals going. We still have that same guitar pattern.
I thought our lives were glued on me.
There's some drums going on.
But then not freeze when I thought of the pressure.
Little acoustic guitar comes in here.
To some.
Right, you hear that?
To labels I
just
was
like a little
making
touch.
About
We'll go to the
myself.
pre-chorus here.
I didn't think I was good enough.
So the pre-chorus, I didn't think I was good enough. We were kind of working through it, and that, for some reason that season I was listening to Charlie Puth a lot, and he does this thing where his like melody vocally is very rhythmic, and it matches what's going on musically. So I wanted to kind of like give that a shot, and this is what we made.
Good enough. I didn't make the cut, but thank God that I'm
So it's that idea of the guitar going ta 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 ta. And it matches what I'm doing vocally
I didn't think I was good enough.
You know, and I thought it came out great. There's also some strings going on in the background of that pre-chorus. You know, just very lightly to give it some foundation, and of course the drums also matching.
But thank God that I'm reminded I'll never be.
So this is when like the real groove of the song starts, and we were debating back and forth with the drums like what we wanted, but we decided at the end of the day that 4 on the Floor is what felt right. So when the chorus hits, that's when the drum kit comes in, the bass guitar finally hits in, more keys come in, and this is what goes on with the drums. So you hear that 4 on the Floor, and then the bass comes in also. A little like I wouldn't really call it a slap, boom, bah. I just like plucked it a little bit to kind of. I ended up playing bass on it. I'm not really the best bass player. I have friends who are far better than me, but it was just me there. So I went ahead and we just kind of picked it apart. And also the keys come in that chorus. So you kind of have like a little Rhodes type of piano. You have some pads, a little pulse thing going on, and I love it. And it just created this awesome vibe. And the background vocals come in too on that.
I'll never be free. I'll never be
I think we did amazing on the harmonies. I think Riley sings on there also.
If I focus on what's wrong, I'll never be free.
But my favorite part about when the chorus hits is the guitar. There's this little lick that we came up with that definitely was inspired by John Mayer. Let me see here. There it is. John Mayer is a huge influence on me, and I was kind of just like fishing, like what would he do, and definitely is just like took a page out of his book from his song "Still Feel Like Your Man." So that's pretty cool. So the chorus, you know, moving right along.
I'll never be free. I'll never be true. If I worry all day long.
Then we get to this instrumental part or post chorus, and it's kind of like the hook of the song.
I'll never.
Let's get to it.
If I keep me prisoner, I won't see. It's not about me,
And
me.
this kind of hook, it just like happened naturally. We were trying to find something, and me just came. You know, we wanted something almost bluesy, almost kind of in the pocket, kind of just like a feel good vibe. And the harmony, but under it too, is just awesome. But under that, there's also kind of like a vocal synth going on, and we'll hear that later on too. We'll have its moment to shine. Verse 2 comes in, and when you know, as the song's going, you want to kind of make it interesting each section. So this time, verse 2, we kind of gave the bass a little highlight, and we were looking for a groove for it, and this is what was born. So that's actually a bass guitar that you hear making that melody, and that's kind of leading verse 2.
As I got in my own head.
Got a little drum fill there. I thought was pretty cool.
Got in my own head. Can I make a difference singing songs about hope?
And right under it is like just a little acoustic guitar, just doing some strums. And again, it's just the accent. Just give it some flavor.
Young boy, pour out his heart.
And again, the pre-chorus comes in very rhythmic.
I didn't think I could make the cut.
You know, kind of with the chords going up to create movement.
God that I'm
And in this pre-chorus, we needed a little different, and it was kind of like one of my favorite like vocal performances I guess I ever did, because we do
Reminded, I'll never.
that little kind of like made all the difference for that vibe.
I'm reminded, I'll never be free. I'll never be true.
All right, and then the chorus happens again. This one kind of like mimics the first one. There's not much different in that. In the instrument, in the I guess post choruses, there's also a guitar underlining, and it's kind of just like a dagger, and it kind of just helped the pocket a little bit. It's like nice tucked in there. Okay, so we get to the next part of the song, and I think it's my favorite part of the song. This is the bridge. This was the moment like I felt like the song just needed to breathe, kind of like when a plane goes over like the clouds, and then you see all the clouds below you, and it's kind of just like clear skies. That was this moment for me, and it's so special because the way the melody was written, it's so sweet, it's so beautiful. But the meaning of it too means so much to me, and you know, I always make it an effort to kind of somehow mention God in my songs, either by saying like a universal truth, saying His name, or kind of like making a moment of just like worship. But this was definitely one of those moments, because the rest of the song is more just like you know, like a life lesson that I learned. But this is the bridge.
So I made the decision to change up my vision, clear my.
And kind of the first thing that creates the vibe is the like a reverby guitar. And there's also another one here. You know, kind of ambient. I'm a big fan of trying to make like weird noises within the song, just giving something that sounds totally different. So this part, it's like a little like a pad, but it was the guitar strumming, and we made it sound so weird, and I love it. There's another guitar part here. Let me see what it does. Yeah, this was the slide part. You see, so there's a lot of things within a song that you usually don't hear, but you feel, and that was one of them. But the cool part with the vocal is
Vision, clear
that
my
part right
perspective.
there. There's a delay on it, but it's like it's a delay that was lowered an octave. I think we used a little Alter Boy plugin, and I just thought it was cool. It created like a nice vibe.
I made the decision to change up my vision, clear my perspective,
Then the background vocals come in.
Perfection be part of my story, to give God the glory and finally see.
There's also things going on in the background with the keys, kind of just like an arpeggiated pluck going on, to give it movement, because there wasn't any rhythm going on. And then we get to the favorite part of the song, and it's like when it drops, I feel that pocket, that groove that I kind of like chasing, and I'm still chasing. And it was kind of just me having fun. You know, I love music so much, and I want to have. I'm getting to a point where I just want to have fun while doing it and in it. And whenever I perform this song live, this is like such a fun part for me. Here we go, and it drops.
It's not about me.
Like, come on, that's so pocket, you know? And pretty much what's going on there is a little bit of the drum machine, a little bit of the guitar, but then it's that vocal synth that comes in. It comes in again. I love it. And another thing to mention, which is kind of like a big part of the song, is the little run that connects each turnaround, and that's that honestly was like I think it was like the first or second attempt to just give something else. And we were just riffing, like I was just in the mic singing, and that came so quick. It was so natural.
I'll never be free.
So we get to the last chorus, and this is now like the big groove. So many elements come in. There's tambourines. There's more guitars. There's a lot of more vocal riffs, and I love it so much. It makes me so happy. Let's take a listen.
I'll never be free. I'll never be true. If I worry all day long.
So usually when you get to like the ending of a song, you want to like continue to make it more interesting. So there's some vocal riffs.
I'll never be free. I'll never be free. I'll never be true. I'll never be true. If I worry all day long, if I focus on what's wrong, I'll never be free. I'll never be true.
Just enjoying the vibe.
If I let these doubts in me keep me prisoner, I won't see it's not about me.
So this cut was just like God sent, because it just fit so well in the vibe, and it just created like another layer of depth to the song, and I love it so much.
It's not about me.
It's kind of off, and it happens again.
It's not about me.
Of course, I gotta add some type of little guitar solo. Years ago, guitar solos was like a must in songs, but now not too much, unless you really know how to do it. And I'm still working towards figuring out a way to arrange more guitar, because at the end of the day, like, yes, I write songs, but I feel like I'm a guitar player first, and this is what was put in there. Just something like light, just some bends, just to give it some bluesy, like a bluesy feel.
It's not about
What's under there? Yeah. But that's kind of the overview of the song. Thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate you. Love you so much. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
I'm